What's going on, everybody? You are listening to Certainly Cynical. Mike J here with my somewhat fair-looking co-host, John.
I don't appreciate your backhanded compliments, Michael.
And we got Bruno here. I would make a compliment about Bruno, but
you didn't lock your keys in the car. So
no, I didn't do
complimenting
that.
you for this week. Good job.
But okay, wow. You see, he's got a lanyard now. He clipped it to his pants.
My man.
So that's good.
Oh,
so
whatever.
In addition to locking himself out of his car, he wasn't finished there. I can't really explain this. You could probably do a better job at explaining this, but he botched the video. One job, Bruno.
Well, he didn't botch the video. His computer just can't take it. So it's not really his fault. It's his computer's fault.
Which technically does make it his fault, I guess.
Yeah, but it all comes back to you. So, Bruno.
Yeah, the computers that you're talking about that are going to take video are like expensive ass computers. So, I mean, we're not rich here. We're ballers on a budget.
What was that?
I mean, even these boom stands that you got from us, they don't even have fucking English written on the box. They're Chinese.
That's cool.
That was mine only.
They're Chinese, which I by the way, thank you, by the way, for the boom stands.
Bruno got us these pretty sick boom stands, and they're kind of like how the wrestling announcers use. How do you say that? The overhanging mics.
I mean, they're not overhanging. They're boom stands.
Well,
but we
they're
have
on
them
the
faced
table.
upside down so that they're hanging like Bruce Buffer would.
It looks
like
official.
UFC or boxing.
I really wish we had visual. Yeah, thank you for the Japanese.
Thank
boom
you for
stands.
I think it was Chinese.
Okay.
I think it came from China. Thank you very much, and thank you, China, for making these boom stands and all of our equipment too.
The sweatshops in China. This one goes out to you.
Thank you so much,
gosh.
and thank you for making my shoes. And Donald Trump's clothing too.
Well, so we got the boom stands, which are pretty cool. I really wish we could have had video today because the video with the boom stands would have been really, really cool. But
Yeah, because we're semi-professional podcasters now. So I will be addressed as such. If you see me on, listeners, if you see me on the street, I want to be addressed as a professional podcaster.
it's Mr. John.
Mr. John, okay? Or Mr. King Joffy Joe to you, all right?
Mr. the Don.
That's how I will be addressed, okay? I take my field very seriously. I don't know why the fuck you're laughing. So I will be addressed as such with respect. You just know, with actions there's reactions. So come with respect.
Well, you know what? I mean, I'm not really all for that, like all out, like that you're asking for. So, you could just shorten it, and you can just, instead of like King Mike, you just say King, and that'll do it for me.
Michael, shut up.
So
Michael fucking Kors, ladies and gentlemen. Michael McDonald. I'm just coming up Michael McFly, not so McFly. Which you're matching.
Marty McFly.
You're matching. Well, I'm saying that because the guy's name was Michael J. Fox. And yours is Michael J.
Yeah.
So Michael McFly or Michael not so McFly because now your shirt, you got a shirt matching with your mic.
Oh, that's right.
That's cute.
You mean not so McFly? I don't know what you're talking about.
That's cute. The most petty comment.
The shit that you be saying.
Well,
even someone commented on our last video saying, "Mike, you're so white."
That was my friend who said that. Because she was quoting you. You must have said that somewhere. I know how you always like to drop that.
I mean, I probably say that like every other episode. So
No, you drop that every episode.
yeah. So
he has his thing every episode. It's like Mike is white, Bruno, you fired.
you do a great Donald Trump impression.
Me?
Yeah.
It's probably because you're white.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's just a joke.
It's a treat. Yo, I said that every single time I piss off women on my timeline. I'll post something that sounds very misogynistic, and they're like, no, because I don't know if you guys remember reading this, but one time I asked I was like, ladies, why are y'all faces different color than y'all neck?
John likes to bait people for fights like this. So this is what it's come to.
So a chick puts on my timeline, she says, well, it's our body, and we like makeup, so we do whatever we want. And I said, cool, don't give a fuck about your body. I just want to know. So it ended up being this long ass debate where it was like, oh, you're objectifying women. And I was like, I just wanted to know, why is your face a different color from your neck? It shouldn't be the same color. Is y'all doing your makeup wrong? Do you need help? I didn't know. So
well, I don't think you really do makeup from head to toe.
So I had to put, it's a joke. I didn't. I was like, it's a joke. I had put the 21 Savage meme too. I'm like, it's a joke.
Is that really like where this whole segue was going?
That's
It's a
you
joke.
said, yeah, exactly. Yo, so what happened this fucking week, man? This week was
Not a whole lot, but I mean, Obama did give his
at least
bye-bye
it was a dry
speech.
week. Oh yeah. You had a lot of people. Yo, now all of the chicks in relationships looking at their man like, how come you ain't thank me?
Really?
Why you ain't give me a speech?
Well, he did give
Fucking
a good
Obama
one.
setting the bars up higher for men.
God damn it! Thanks, Obama.
God damn it, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, now all these women out here looking at their man like, you ain't give me a fucking speech. I've been with you for 10 years. Gave you 2 kids. So you ain't marry me.
I've been with you longer than Obama's been with this country. Where's my speech? Oh man.
Oh shit.
Yo,
Yeah,
but do you remember when he was sworn in? It was 2009 because it was from the 08 election. So he got sworn in 09.
Dog.
The teacher literally stopped class to like put it on TV.
Dude,
Like in the middle of school.
I think a lot of classes had that because it was a historic moment. Like
Yeah.
you know what part that fucking got me fucking nervous when he was walking down like after, and I'm like, yo, please don't let anything happen to this guy. Please don't let anything happen to this guy, because I'm like, if he gets in, they're gonna fucking kill him. Someone's gonna kill him. No one wants this guy on. And he's out running the country for 8 years.
I know, but in that
no
respect,
assassination attempts or nothing.
Well,
thank
there probably
God.
was, but they were probably shut down pretty quick. Probably
mean-
shit you never heard of.
We still would have heard.
No, we would have heard.
Yeah.
They had an assassination attempt on Reagan, and we all heard about it. And
Well,
it
but that was
it
he
wasn't
got
publicized.
shot, man. I mean, Reagan did get shot
Oh, yeah, okay.
with his bodyguard, or I don't know if it was his body, James Brady.
Okay.
So he actually did get
This nigga
shot.
knows his fucking bodyguard. Damn.
You never heard the Brady Bill?
Okay. No.
Oh, excuse
now
me,
I know.
Mr. History.
I mean, I said history, not fucking U.S. history. I'm not specialized in U.S. history. Man, what's today's date? Is today the 11th? The 12th?
No, today's the 12th,
Today's the 12th.
Thursday.
You guys have 8 days to still listen to My President is Black by Jeezy. All right? I'm just letting you guys know. That's what I was doing yesterday at work.
And you just reminded me because the car that I was driving for like the last 5 years now, it's like a little blue Ford Taurus.
So you said my Taurus is blue instead of my Lambo?
No. I kept it like that, and that made the joke funnier because it's an old like shitter. So, like the not repo, but
were
like the
driving
tow
a
truck
hoopty.
guys
Yeah.
are gonna come get the car sometime next week. So next week is the last time officially I'm gonna be able to
That
say
you
my
have the
president is
hoopty.
black and my Lambo is blue.
But it's not a Lambo, it's a Taurus.
Well, they don't have to know.
It's a hoopty. You drive a hoop. It's all good. Hey, we got to start somewhere, man. We got to start somewhere.
What do we call ballers on a budget?
We have a ball on a budget, man. Do we think Obama did a good job? Do you think he did a good job?
I think he did an excellent job.
I think that he did as good a job as somebody could have done in his shoes. Because
Yeah.
I think that
I agree with you because
that when the keys were handed to him 8 years ago, it was really messed up. This country was in a bad place.
Well, you had the recession,
the
right?
2008 recession.
So you had the recession.
Osama was still alive.
You had, yeah,
The stock market was shit.
yeah. Housing market was shit.
Right. Unemployment was high.
Unemployment rate was really high.
Yeah.
Thinking what else was high?
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa.
No, some things never change.
And then when he got in, the unemployment rate is down incredibly, and like in an incredible amount.
The stock market
The housing
recently.
market is great.
The stock market has been like as good as it's been in years.
Yeah,
You know. So I think
it's still
personally,
shit, but it's not
right.
bad.
But I mean, you got to start somewhere, right? But look.
we have health care, even though
There's flaws with
I don't
Obamacare.
like
It's got to
it, yeah.
it's got to be changed.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be fixed in some way.
thinking. Well, he got rid of Bin Laden. He got rid of Gaddafi. But I don't think that was him.
No.
Is this leading to a conspiracy theory?
No, this is not
or-
conspiracy theories. This is no. I'm not saying he personally doing it. I'm saying the plan was to get rid of him.
Of who?
Of Gaddafi.
Okay.
Actually, it's conspiracy theories, John. So never mind. I won't touch on that.
All right. Another rant for another day.
What else did he do?
But all this that what he did, right?
Well, he
did
legalized
all
gay
this.
marriage.
That's true.
So that was a big one.
That's true.
And he pardoned. I forgot how many people he
was
pardoned.
Like 10,000
for the minor offenses for drugs.
The drug.
That's great.
You know Demarius Thomas, the Broncos receiver.
Yeah, his mom.
His mom's. Yeah, he pardoned her.
Yeah, so
she was able to watch him play in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was
last
great.
year.
So
he's done a lot, and all this while a Republican House and Senate, and recently the Supreme Court was Republican until Scalia died.
Yeah,
all that while they were breathing down his neck.
Absolutely, and they weren't fucking with him. The House, who was the Speaker at the time? Boehner, right?
John Boehner, and then
Boehner
most recently, it's Paul Ryan, and he's
Boehner
more of an
wasn't-
obstructionist.
Yeah,
than
Boehner wasn't fucking with this guy at all. He's like, I'm not dealing with this dude at all just because I don't like him.
Yeah.
So, for what he had to face, to me, he did an incredible job. Because if you look at all the odds that he has to jump at to go forward through, and he actually did all those things.
Right. But
I still feel like he could have done one more big thing. Like I would have said, they criminalize weed, but that probably wouldn't have happened with the House.
No, not with the amount of opposition that he had in the House and Senate. Right.
Yeah, I know.
But
that was me asking for too much. I mean, at least it's
you got to be realistic.
Yeah, but it's at least over here in Florida, at least we have it for medicinal uses now.
That's true. Well, that wasn't really him.
That's not him.
But I think that we're in a much better state than we were 8 years ago. Things are better. They could still get way better.
Yeah, OD.
But we're doing all right now. We're surviving. We're making ends meet. It's not easy. But we're gonna keep on keeping on. So.
Yeah, we already got our winner or our loser, however you want to look at it, for a president. So,
well, next week is going to be very interesting.
So,
with him.
We're gonna have to just take it as it is,
but
we just have to take it as it is.
Joe Biden got awarded the Presidential Medal of Honor honor, I think it was, or citizenship or some shit like that.
Okay, no one cares. So.
But you know what? One thing that he said that really, opened my eyes was that he said in his farewell speech the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He said when he first got elected 8 years ago, he wanted to make for a post-racial America. But he realizes that's not going to happen.
No.
He's like, that was never a possibility.
That was not
or something like that.
It didn't matter who. God can come down right now. That shit's not happening.
What?
A post-racial America,
No.
where there's no racism, God can come down himself, and that shit's not happening.
Yeah.
Look,
but to hear it from his mouth.
Listen, but he also says something in his speech that I like, because this was kind of like a double for both sides.
Okay.
He was telling minorities and African Americans, you have to look at it, you have to put yourself, and also to white people too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I pointed at you. So he's like,
only white person in the room.
You got to put yourself in their skin. See,
their skin or their shoes?
No, their skins. The reason why he said this is that he said their skins. The reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of minorities and a lot of African Americans, what they're saying, what's the thing that you do? What they do normally is they'll see a white person and say he's got privilege because he's white.
Okay.
But they never considered the fact, and I didn't think about this, about the middle-aged white person who has also struggles of economic struggles or something like that.
Everybody needs to empathize.
Exactly. So I think that's something that was really bold of him to be saying that, because usually you're not gonna address minorities and that you're gonna be like, oh, let's blame whitey. You know what I mean? So
to a lesser degree.
Yeah. So I like that. That was really cool. Because we need to look on both sides, and we need to empathize on both sides. What else did this man say that I liked? Oh,
the thing with Michelle, or was that
no? Because now he set a fucking standard. Now chicks are gonna want a fucking speech from their man.
You've set the bar even higher.
Great
Obama.
job, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Dude, The time when he went to Russia and he was going down the line and trying to shake hands with everybody, and they didn't shake his fucking hand.
Well, it might be disrespectful in that culture to shake hands, but continue.
No, they didn't shake his hand. Like, they looked him dead in his eye. They didn't shake his hand. Dog, I would have started World War III right there and there.
Russia is not our friend.
I don't give. I'm starting World
They're
War
not
III.
our friend. I don't.
You shaking my motherfucker.
You shaking my motherfucker. I did not ride 36 hours on Air Force One to sit there, and so to stand there and you not shake, like all of them. And this guy, has any other president not have any problems?
What do you mean?
Any scandal shit? This guy had no fucking scandal. I think the worst thing we can say is that he smokes cigarettes.
He smokes?
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, he's like you. He smokes.
He was trying to. He's been saying since he started that he's trying to quit, but he smokes like every couple of days. When he was younger, he said he's tried weed and he tried coke out, but that was it. So.
Weed and coke?
Yeah. Why are you so excited?
He's like, where?
All right, calm down, coke fiend.
All right.
Yeah, man. So I'm happy that we had Obama. I'm glad. I don't know if we're gonna ever have another black president.
For sure.
But shout out to Obama if you're listening, which you probably are. What else, bro?
Well, as far as humanitarian efforts go, this was one that I saw and really bugged me from the beginning. There was a little, not a little. There was a big incident in Tampa, Florida. That's like west side of Florida.
West side till we.
Well, thank you. I was waiting for you to say that. So there were 7 volunteers arrested. They were trying to feed homeless people in a park in Tampa. And the name of the organization that was trying to feed them is called Food Not Bombs. And
came up with this name?
I don't know. I'm guessing the founders. If I
have
guess.
to talk to the founders. I don't like the name.
But
you're like John. Why? What's wrong?
Oh gosh. No. Okay. But this group, right? They were founded in 1980. Okay.
Okay.
So they've been around a while. Their first arrest from one of their groups came in 1988, so 8 years into their existence while they were doing their thing. There was about 9 of them arrested. One of them was their founder himself, Keith McHenry. And they specialize in vegan or vegetarian, serving a vegan or vegetarian menu to the homeless.
Oh, I'm arresting them too.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
And they try to limit and help with, poverty and hunger in this country. And they were arrested for trying to feed homeless.
So these folks that got arrested in Tampa, they got arrested for stealing homeless.
Stealing? Yeah, they were stealing them. Where were they taking
Stealing
them?
the homeless. Taking all the homeless people. They're climbing
You said you wanted the homeless off our street.
Climbing the borders is taking our homeless people now. Fuck.
All right, so what were you saying? They were feeding the homeless.
They're feeding the homeless, and they're getting arrested for it. I saw this. I think you were talking to one of your friends about this on Facebook, and I was like, "Yeah, this shit happens in Fort Lauderdale. They passed an ordinance."
Right now, hold on. Now, this is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
So as of I think it was 2014. So as of about 2.5 years ago, there's 33 cities in this country that either banned or considered banning people that
now.
That's how much?
71 now.
71?
Yeah.
Okay, so now there's 71 cities in this country that ban or consider banning people who serve food to the homeless, okay? And that's enforced with either a fine or even prison time.
Yep.
Is that not screwed up? What do you think?
I see where they were trying to go with it, because what they were saying is if you have a lot of homeless people, they're gonna stay in the area because they know they're getting food.
Right. They don't want to encourage.
It's like when you give a stray animal dog.
Well, I wouldn't really compare a homeless person to a stray animal, but go ahead.
I'm just fucking saying, Jesus, and they come back. It's the same thing. The problem is that it raised down the property value. It lowers the property.
It
value
decreases property values. That I know
in the area. So what they're saying is we have shelters that are funded by the government or by on a federal level,
right?
And that's going to deal with it. We don't want outside third party you folks doing it. The problem is the nearest shelter is it's pretty far to get to the nearest shelter. And the shelters are usually full. If anyone ever saw Pursuit of Happiness? Will Smith and his son Jaden.
Yeah. Long time ago.
Okay, I don't know if you remember this, but remember they slept in a train station bathroom, and then they had to wake up at a certain time, hurry up to get into the line of the shelter.
I'm thinking of I Am Legend. I'm sorry. No, I didn't see Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh my goodness!
You said Will Smith.
Jesus,
I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck. So
go ahead.
So Pursuit of Happiness, he's a working dad. He doesn't get paid that much, and he's homeless. So he lives in shelters with his son, and yada yada yada.
Right.
So they sleep in. It's based on a true story. So they sleep in a train station bathroom. He washes the kid up, washes himself up, goes to work, tries to get off of work and hurry up to pick his kid up from school so they can go to the shelter and line up. Goes to the shelter to line up. It's too late. They already cut the lines off. So he has to go back to the train station bathroom to go sleep. This is kind of a problem. This is kind of similar to what it is here in Florida, right? And everywhere actually for homeless. My mom actually works for the Salvation Army. She was assistant manager. And she saw she worked with the homeless shelters that's in that vicinity.
Right.
So you would always have the first takers that they take are women with kids. So women with kids always get the spot first. After women with kids,
disability probably.
Pregnant women, if there's pregnant women, family, and then disability, right. And then the rest is kind of free for all. Problem is you have too many homeless women with their kids, and there's also there's a stat, I believe. I can't remember what the stats are, but it was certainly Cynical. We don't really care about stats. So there's battered women, but they have battered women. They have
like women in distress.
They have domestic violence shelters.
Yeah, that's women in distress.
But there isn't that money.
Right.
It's just like a general homeless shelter, and then you have some domestic violence shelters, and then there's also mental illness, which we touched on it last week. No one gives a fuck about that unless you got money to put them in a psych ward.
Yeah.
So, the resources that are funded by the government are not enough, and so these people are looking at it and they're saying, "Listen, we're not. It's not like we're giving them shelter or anything. Like, we're just giving them fucking food to eat. They don't have any food. It's not like the cops are coming and saying, here's a fucking sandwich."
Right. And
there's certain places that are driving them out of the city, right? I think it was like Detroit. They're under investigation of certain certain officers that's picking up homeless people from wherever they're staying and driving them and literally physically putting them in the back of the car and driving them out of the city. So you cannot be here in the city. You need to go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's kind of what they did, like with the Heat Stadium, like down in Miami. There were a lot of people that were complaining that were going to see the game. There were people that were complaining about the homeless shelter that was like probably like 10, 20 minutes walking distance from the stadium. And long story short, they ended up moving them out of there completely. So I don't know if they rebuilt it or not somewhere else, like away from the stadium, but it's still one less shelter in that specific area. So
there isn't that many shelters,
right? And they're few and far between, exactly. So
unless they have like some churches that hold, that have space and they'll hold them and they'll do that. But you're talking about some churches. Not every church does it because they don't have the spacing.
So it's a lack of homeless shelters, and it's also like a lack of job opportunities. That's why you see 40, 50, 60-year-olds working at Publix and supermarkets right now.
It's a lack
because you can't afford to retire.
It's a lack of opportunities in general. Shit is expensive, man.
Right.
Like, okay, like for instance, my work, right?
Right.
I had a lady come in. She bought six pack of water, just like 6 water bottles in a pack. Now, it wasn't a brand. It wasn't like Aquafina or Dasani. It was the fucking, you know how Walmart has their brand water?
Okay, yeah.
This was our store brand water. and a bag of chips. Now the bag of chips wasn't even Tostitos bag or like the big bag of chips that you give at parties. They're like
I feel like you're getting like so excited, like your eyes just lit up.
No. It's a small,
talking about chips for 2 minutes.
A small bag of chips.
Okay.
It comes up to be like $8.68
Jesus.
for a pack of water and fucking chips.
That, my friend, is inflation.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like,
people can't afford to live anymore.
People can't afford to live. You have old folks working longer so that they can live, and they have issues. So that they have, first of all, they're gonna have where they're probably paying rent, or if they're already homeowners, they're paying their mortgage. They have their bills that they still have to pay. They have food, and then they have medications that they probably have to take because they have some type of issue. It's getting fucking expensive to live in America, man.
No, I think it's always been like that, but it's getting worse
I don't think
now.
I don't think it's always been like that.
Since the recession, at least.
No. 8 years ago, no, not 8. I'd say 10 years ago, I can go to Publix or Winn-Dixie with $20. I get a cart full of stuff.
I would say 20, but also understand that you were probably looking at a lot less money, like in your pocket.
No, Mike, I was like 12 or 13 years old going to the grocery store. My mom would send me to the grocery store, $20. Give me a list of shit to buy, and then the list would fill up a paper. If you fold paper in half, fill that list up of shit, and I would get that shit for $20, $22 sometimes. Now, if you go to Publix, you get 3 things for $20. That's how expensive shit is.
And one's a buy one, get one.
Even that, I've tried doing that. I've literally tried, just like, for instance, I went to the store to buy bagels. Usually I get the Publix brand because they're cheaper. I know you're making up your face because I know you love bagels.
I mean, I just think if you're gonna do food, you got to do it right.
No, it's fucking expensive, Mike. What do you want me to do? So, but this other brand, I think it was like Thomas or like the fancier bagels, whatever. Buy one, get one. All right, let me pick it up, and I bid the $1.39 that I saved or whatever to put it towards it.
That's gas money.
Don't even get me started on gas.
Condense and conserve, man.
Oh, that's the other thing Obama did was the gas prices too, because he took it down. But this whole, I think it's a goddamn shame, man. Like, you're just helping another person out. It's
right,
not like you're lacing the food with drugs.
Right. Well, that's not really what they're worried about. It's more like what you said earlier. They don't want to attract them in an area because, number one, it brings down the housing markets in that area.
But then what?
So that I kind of agree with, right? Hold on one second. Mm-hmm. The thing is, like, you don't want people giving them money. All right, that's one thing because you could buy a lot with money.
You can buy drugs and
right, exactly. They don't want them. They don't want them buying alcohol. They don't want them buying drugs and bringing drugs and all that good stuff into neighborhoods, right? So to an extent, I understand that. I get that, but not being allowed to feed people is what it's come to. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I
understand you don't want them there. That I get, but the fact that you're not allowed to give food to somebody who can't afford to live,
Well, there was some mayor in Houston that was saying that if you're making it easier to stay on the streets, for someone to stay on the streets, it's not humane. But if you giving them food is like what I was saying,
right? Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you don't want. I mean, it's sort of like teach a man to fish kind of deal. That I understand. That they want to teach them to be able to, but you have to learn how to survive.
Right, but you have to create the opportunities. But the opportunities that you're giving them is shit right now because there's the hotels, the shelters are fucking packed. Mm-hmm. So what do you do for the people that don't that can't get in? They have to stay somewhere.
Yeah.
But now you're also making laws where you're saying we're going to arrest you if you sleep here near this bus station or you sleep in a park. Or I can't remember where it is. I think it's Detroit. You can't store any like property in a public area. So it's, those people that are like pushing carts or stuff like that, like they get arrested for that shit.
Really? And you know what? And what's really messed up too? There was a guy back in the restaurant that I used to work in years ago. Yeah. There was a homeless guy who used to come in, mm-hmm. and like I've seen him around, and I'm like, like where do you stay? And he says that like mostly like under freeways and stuff like that. Right. Like he'll like under the trees and stuff. But he said something that like blew my mind. And he says like that he gets arrested a lot because he's sleeping in places and he's like what's that called? Not loitering. He's like loitering in places. Yeah, that I was gonna say soliciting. I don't know why, but he was loitering in places.
They probably say he's soliciting.
Yeah, soliciting money. But anyway, so he says that he would get arrested, and he would look forward to getting arrested because they take better care of them in prison
than they do
on the streets. Yeah, and in the shelters maybe. But I don't know about that. But the point is that like how messed up is that?
If I'm homeless, I'm committing a crime.
You have 3 meals a day. You have 3. I know. Well, that's messed up in itself. But I'm thinking, like, think about it. Like when you're in prison, you get 3 meals a day.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Shelter.
I commit the fucking crime.
Yeah.
I'm stealing from.
It's almost worth it. Yeah. At that point,
I might stab somebody, not to kill him, but I'll stab him just to get the time.
Yeah, just maybe to get arrested.
No, just to get the time.
That's what it is. It's low risk, high reward.
There's some people that jump in front of the road so that they can go into the hospital and sit at the hospital and cool for a good month and a half.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Like that's literally what people are doing, just to be taken care of.
Right. Okay. Well, that's where I mean, as much as people don't like it, that's where tax dollars go to. So the next time a big billionaire says he doesn't pay taxes,
but
you're creating, homeless shelters with that. You're creating jobs with that. Like with that money. So. You know what I mean? It's like
they need more opportunities. They need what is it called? Workforce Alliance,
something like that.
Workforce Alliance is basically like a job fair. Like you remember how they had job fairs for high schoolers,
right?
Like right after high school or college. Mm-hmm. It's the same way that they do it, but they can do it for homeless people who are trying to get back into the workforce.
Right.
How the fuck am I supposed to give you an email and phone number and I'm homeless?
That's it. So you know what I mean?
Where's my mailing address?
It should be. I think it was Bill Clinton that said.
Do homeless people have direct deposit?
It should be give them a hand up, not a hand out. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't just give people something for free. You should like show them how to be able to obtain something for themselves.
I have a better idea. Yeah. If they took the money, because they're complaining about that. You're allowing homeless people to be on the streets instead of being in a shelter. Right. Make a better shelter, make bigger fucking shelters, and then have people.
No, that's where church donations come in from.
What's the name of the organization? Food Not Bombs. Have Food Not Bombs and other organizations and individuals go to the shelter and give them the food from the shelter right then and there, instead of it being on the street. But the government also needs to step up and say, all right, listen, we know this shit looks bad.
Right. Well, actually, the Tampa City Council just met today, the 12th, on Thursday. They're going to meet and they're going to discuss potentially removing the bans that would make it illegal to serve food to the homeless.
I hope so, because I actually had a plan to do. I was going to actually talk to all my friends. Okay. So I was going to.
Well, we're all here, so tell us.
Well, I mean, kidding. More. There's because I only have 2 friends, guys. It would cost like $15-20, and we go to Publix. We each buy with $20. You buy as many loaves of bread as you can, as many packages of like turkey breasts or chicken breasts and cheese, and those big bags of chips, and a bottle of water. Everyone does that, and we make sandwiches, bag them up, and we hand them out to the homeless. I can't fucking do that because then I'm gonna get arrested for doing something good.
Yeah,
that's basically what you're telling me.
Well, that's how it is.
But that's what but that was my plan. I was gonna do it. I wanted to do it for like before Christmas, and then.
Well, that's like 300 days away and change.
No. I know, but you can do it any time. Technically, we can do this anytime.
No, you're right.
But I think we can probably do it in Miami. I think Miami doesn't have an ordinance, so maybe that's something. I think maybe it's something you and I can do.
Yeah, and we'll post about it. We can talk about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Something's got to get done.
It sucks we didn't have like a representative of Food Not Bombs here. We should have had one of those. Good job, you and your fucking journalism skills.
Well, excuse me, it's very hard to get a hold of people like that aren't easy to contact and just get them on a show. That's not the easiest thing in the world to do.
Whatever.
Well, in other news, this one I've been looking forward to. How about those Knicks?
It's hard to be a Knicks fan right now.
I feel the same way about the Heat, but
very
We'll leave this one to you.
Hard to be a Knicks fan right now.
Yeah, you know who you remind me of right now?
What?
Just like how you're saying that, and like how you're just like you just look so like out of it and just depressed. Stephen A.
Yeah.
Just like it's so hard to be a Knicks fan. I try to be patient with them.
So, the Knicks. Yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day? Yesterday, I think. They were playing against Philadelphia. And I was ready for it. I was like...
Right. So it's like the Cleveland Browns of the NBA.
I said, all right, we lost the last game. I forgot who we were playing against.
You lost that heartbreaker with Milwaukee a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that's fine. I think
that was bad.
We won that back.
Okay.
So then the game after that, Melo and O'Quinn gets ejected.
Ooh. A twofer.
I was like, all right, and we definitely lost this one. Then I'm like, all right, cool. Philly's up next. We're gonna play Philly Wednesday. This is gonna be all right. This is gonna be a good game.
No, you should have known better. That's on you.
I'm looking up on ESPN because I play fantasy basketball.
Who do you have on the Knicks?
Who do I have that I have drafted on mine?
No,
I have
I'm
Jennings.
just saying. Oh, Jennings.
Okay,
Okay.
so, yeah, because this is no. So, all I hear reports. My phone buzzes. Derrick Rose not found. What the fuck do you mean Derrick Rose is not found?
They're gonna put like, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna put like on like the milk cartons like the missing.
I'm surprised they haven't done that yet. I'm surprised they did not do that yet. So check. Then it comes 15 minutes prior to tip off. Derrick Rose, haven't heard from Derrick Rose. Where the fuck's Derrick Rose? I hope Derrick Rose is okay.
New York's a big city.
Then I said, Derrick's probably out, banging some NYC hoes. He probably called out sick, whatever.
Yeah, that's logical.
So, no one hears from Derrick Rose. His buddies haven't heard from him. Game over. Speaking of the fucking game, KP, I love KP.
That's your boy Kristaps. That's like our Ezekiel Elliott.
Misses the fucking 3, airballs it, and then fucking Hakeem Olajuwon of the fucking Sixers runs down the fucking court. Can we take a minute and appreciate Hakeem Olajuwon, aka Joel Embiid?
Joel Embiid.
Yes.
We'll call him Joel Embiid. He's not Olajuwon.
I'm kind of happy though because he was supposed to be like one of those top guys.
Right.
But he got the injury.
Yeah, he missed like all of his rookie year. Didn't he miss the second year too?
The second year too.
Yeah, so and that's when I was like, it's over.
That's done. In sports world, that's done for you. You're done.
I thought he was going to be like the next Greg Oden when that happened. I was like,
whatever. Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't happening. Basically.
I'm sorry. Points per game, 25 points per game.
For Embiid?
25.1.
Are you sure about that? Yeah. I think that's minutes, John.
No, sorry, minutes. Sorry, I'm lying.
John's blind.
Sorry, I can't read.
What was it, 19.4?
I think so. Hold on. Yeah, 19.4. Sorry. 19. That's still not bad for someone.
No, that's very good. For someone to come back from 2 years worth of injuries.
36.7 for 3-point percentage.
I think he's also top 10 in All-Star voting, too.
For a fucking center.
Yeah. So where do you, like, if he plays like this for like another year or two, where does he stack up in current centers? Top 5? No.
Top 5 centers in NBA?
No, not in history, like active.
No, of now? No,
right now.
Hell no.
Then who's top 5? Top 5 centers right now. Not necessarily, well, yeah, in order.
Okay, let me see. Cat is on there.
Okay.
Cat is definitely on there.
All right, Karl Anthony Towns, Boogie's
definitely on there.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Do we put Tristan Thompson on there?
He's more defensive than offensive. I would say hold off on that. Is Anthony Davis a forward or a center?
Anthony Davis is a forward.
I think he's listed as a center.
Al Horford?
What? No.
No?
I don't think so.
Whiteside
is up there, yes. It's like the only thing that's keeping the Heat somewhat together.
Okay, so we said 5, right?
Okay. Gasol? Big Gasol. Or Marc Gasol, the Grizzlies.
Marc Gasol's a center? I thought he was a forward.
No. Powell's the forward. Mark's a center.
I don't know.
Oh, and then
Top 5?
Dwight
Dwight definitely.
Okay, all right. So he's not top 5.
Okay. So
you
we
got me there.
So we got Cat.
In order? Or are you doing
order,
it? Okay, not in order. Just top 5.
Cat. Howard.
Okay. Whiteside.
Are we counting Whiteside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Whiteside is 3.
You say Cousins? Or no, you didn't say Cousins.
Cousins 4. DeAndre Jordan.
Okay. All right. So he's not top 5.
Exactly.
But I'm saying if he plays like this for like another couple of years.
And then you have like Andre Drummond. You have.
Oh, wow. I forgot about him. Andre Drummond.
Exactly.
All right. I'm wrong.
Top 10 for this.
Top 10.
Probably number 10.
If he keeps.
Because it was only a couple games he started balling out like this. So
where does this tie back into Derrick Rose?
How the fuck did we lose to Philly?
Okay, Stephen A., relax. It hurts. I know it stings really bad, but
then I'm getting upset because I'm like, I don't hear from Derrick Rose. I'm wondering if something happened to him. Then you hear about he went to Chicago, and we all know niggas in Chicago is crazy. So I said someone killed him.
Oh boy,
someone probably clipped him.
What did he? Yeah, what did he?
Day after, find out he's at practice like nothing fucking happened. Then we hear he was contemplating quitting, retiring. And he went to his family in Chicago. And his family in Chicago talked him to staying.
He sounds lost.
What the fuck? Why would you quit? You're averaging 17 or 18 points per game.
Okay, this is what I wanted to get into, right? Okay.
Why?
So, you know Calvin Johnson, right?
Yes.
The Lions receiver.
Yes.
He's been having a Hall of Fame last 5-10 years. Would you agree?
Okay.
So he unexpectedly retired last summer, right? Mm-hmm. So everybody figured, maybe he would do like a Mike Jordan and like, say LOL JK and then come back next season.
This man said LOL JK.
But that didn't end up happening.
Boy, that white came out of you real quick.
So they did an interview with him, right? Mm-hmm. And he held up his hand to the interviewer and he's like, look at one of my fingers. And like his like ring finger was like bent to the side. And he's like, like it's not gonna end up healing. Like he dislocated it or something. So
and it never healed properly.
Right. And he's like, another 5 or 10 years of the sport could do a lot more damage. What about your legs? What about your back? What about your head? You can get concussions.
Marshawn
neck
Lynch was
injury.
probably the smartest one out of all of them. That man.
Yeah, he saved his money.
That man said, "Peace, I'm done." Saved his money. I
don't think he spent like $1 of his rookie contract or something. Or not his rookie contract.
Not his sponsorship.
Yeah. He saved
all the sponsorship, so he's just sitting back cooling it.
Right.
But going back to the Knicks, you have the points.
Right.
The next day that he plays the game, I forgot who they were playing against, he scores 25. They still fucking lost, but he scored 25.
But if it comes down to injury, I mean, you really can't tell a guy he can't retire just because, you don't agree with it.
I don't think it's the injury. Because he was talking shit when he got traded, when he not traded.
No, he did get traded to New York.
He went to New York.
Right.
And he was like, oh, I'm happy in New York, whatever. How all of a sudden now you're talking about your body?
A lot can happen.
I think you're upset because Ron Baker took your spot.
Oh, God. Who?
You're upset because Ron Baker took your spot.
Oh, God.
That's why.
Not even Jennings, Ron Baker.
And you're sharing time with Ron Baker in the fourth quarter.
Did he win MVP?
Ron Baker?
No. Ron Baker. Yes, Ron Baker. No, Derrick Rose.
I don't know. I think so. I think he was the NBA League MVP.
Yeah, like years ago. I mean, it was like 5 or 6 years ago.
When he had that, when he had the fucking Addy Zero.
All those sponsorships.
We all wanted his fucking shoes.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
That's basically what happened to him.
That's what New York does to you.
Don't you fucking diss New York, dog. But we need to trade Melo.
Trade Melo?
We need to get rid of Melo.
The only one who gives like a speck of effort?
No, we need to get rid of Melo.
Why?
I'm not going to make this a next fucking rant.
Right.
I'm not going to go on. I'm just saying
smart.
Derrick Rose needs to get his shit together. The New York Knicks needs to get their shit together. Phil Jackson needs to get his shit together.
Right. Fair enough. That's fair.
2017 is a hard year for Knicks fans. But we get the number 1 pick, I think. I think we get number 1 pick.
Did you trade it?
No, I think we do. No, we didn't trade it. I think we get it. If it's not number 1, it's a high pick. Whatever.
All right, so you got Melo's replacement, hopefully.
What's that?
I don't know how we got here.
I'm not talking about Knicks because I can talk about Knicks for a while.
Well, moving on to another disappointment. The San Diego Chargers, at least they were formerly known as San Diego Chargers up until about 48 hours ago or less, they decided to up and move to...
Decided to play themselves, and now they are in L.A.
L.A. Oh, I see what you did there.
Bars.
John the Don's got the bars
Not
for
a rapper, though.
So they moved to Los Angeles.
Who the fuck came up with that dumbass logo? A 13-year-old came up with that logo.
Most likely. And you know what was funny? It looks eerily similar to the Los Angeles Dodgers logo. I don't think that's a coincidence. Yeah, they just like squiggled it like a little bit to make it look like lightning bolts.
To make it a fucking lightning, because charge. Ooh.
Kill him.
Fucking.
No, that I don't think that wasn't an accident.
So the Rams and the Chargers are no longer going to be looked at ever again for a while. So
what do you mean? Well, they're not going to be looked at as the same.
We're not looking at the fucking Rams and Chargers. I mean, Chargers fans are still gonna, if they're loyal, they're gonna stay.
Did you hear the Chargers fans in like the San Diego like headquarters, or like I don't know if it was like their training camp facility or whatever, but they started like leaving all their Chargers gear at their thing, like just like to protest, like we're done with you, you know, like. And to me, I mean, look, I mean, living in South Florida, I mean, like I like all the four major sports and all the local teams that are in the four major sports, aside from the Cowboys. But
we'll get into
shout out to Dak, shout out to Zeke.
Yeah, they're listening.
I'm sure.
Zeke's listening in his crop top.
The belly shirts.
The crop top.
But anyway, so I'm faced with the reality of living in a Miami world, and let's just be honest here, nobody from Miami, with the exception of like the Florida Panthers maybe, are moving anytime soon. Like they're going to stay in Florida for a while.
Yeah.
All the Dolphins, the Marlins, and the Heat. Yeah. They're not going anywhere.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
So, you know, because of the market. But I mean, this is exactly what happened to the Supersonics years ago, right? Water bottle. So this is this happened to the Sonics years ago. This happened to the Rams most recently, right? And now here we are, and it's happening again to the Chargers. So most likely what happened is the owner, Dean Spanos, he decided that he could save a little money and kind of share a stadium with the Rams, right? Instead of being loyal. Because let's face it, Qualcomm Stadium, that old-ass stadium that they've been playing in for like the last 60 years or so, it's got to go. Okay. It either needs major renovations or better yet, scrap it completely and build a new model in San Diego. Right, but the attendance was low in San Diego.
The business move.
Right, it was a business move, just like the St. Louis Rams. The reason why they moved to Los Angeles, I mean, it was a business move. They needed a new stadium. Stadiums have a lot to do with it,
and needed new fans.
And right, well, you need more revenue. Exactly. The owners just aren't profiting like they want to.
Because no one's fucking winning.
Well, that's it. And that's what it comes down to. It comes down to winning.
Both your fucking teams are trash.
That's what it comes down to. So if you can't win in one market, it's obviously the market, right? It can't be the fact that you're putting garbage ass managers in, and coaches in, and you're drafting like crap, and your free agency is a nightmare.
Oh, it's the fucking market.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So it's obviously the fans.
Speaking of people who are trash, can I segue into this?
Yeah, sure. This is more New York for you.
Fucking number 13.
Don't even say his name. It's cursed.
Number fucking 13. Your team, Bruno. Number fucking 13. He's just like
smiling and looking into my closet. He's like, nope.
Last week,
I don't want to be here.
He took a fucking picture of him being on a fucking boat.
It was 2 weeks ago now.
Off. It was 2 weeks from now. Okay, whatever.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
With Trey Songz and Justin Bieber.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all on the boat with their shirt off, looking fucking
and they had the Timbs on
as ever. And I said, I hope you have a game in a week. I hope you are practicing and doing what you need to do.
And even if not like throwing and catching,
going to be
right. Even if you're not going to go in like to the weight room or go out like throwing and catching, sit down in the film room, man.
and
watch yourself. Like, watch your mistakes. Watch the Packers.
Watch the Packers, because this man, Aaron Rodgers, is a bad man.
I knew you were going to say that.
He's a bad man. If you've never seen Aaron Rodgers, go look at any highlight film of Aaron Rodgers play, the way he dances in the fucking pocket.
He's a pro.
I love watching this guy play. And I'm not a fan of the Packers, but I just love watching this guy
and
play.
you know what really stinks too?
But number fucking 13.
The Packers defense isn't that good. There really isn't anybody on that defense who can cover him.
Isn't Clay Matthews still on there? No.
He wouldn't cover Odell Beckham. He would be rushing Eli. And you know what was funny? Before you get to where you're going to go to, the announcer in the game, Joe Buck, made a point of saying it at least 2 times from what I heard, maybe even 3 or more. He says that Eli was overthrowing him. No. He was hitting him in the numbers.
Did you hear what Eli said when that picture came out?
He's like, I'm disappointed.
No, the picture came out of them all on the boat. And
what did he say?
So Eli, I think, because Eli was in the picture, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I don't think so. I think he was just on the beach or something.
Oh, I think
he had his shirt off or something, and he looked like a 40-year-old man.
He didn't have his shirt off, and so they had him out the picture, but he was making a joke. Eli was saving that fucking number 13. Eli was saving number 13 and taking the heat for it.
Right. So you're saying he was like a scapegoat, just like to take attention off of it.
Yes.
Could be.
Because the fucking Mannings are untouchable.
I saw it years ago, right? I saw a very similar situation where...
Do you ever heard a scandal of the Mannings?
What happened when they said that Peyton was drugging the girls in college?
That bitch is dead.
Is that where it's going, John? Or is this going to be like a conspiracy?
I never heard from her. You ever heard from her? I never heard of her. She's fucking dead.
Listen, so years ago, right? The Cowboys were in a very, very similar situation. I think they had a very similar record. It was 2007, if I'm not mistaken, going into the 2008 playoffs. The Cowboys had a bye week, right? Because they were just that good. And they go play the Giants. They had already beaten them twice during the regular season, right? Why bother, sticking around in the weight room or the film room, right? So Tony Romo decided to take his, I don't know if they were, they were engaged, but let's just say his girlfriend at the time, Jessica Simpson, and they went down to Cabo and had a nice little vacation there.
What?
The week before the game, and they looked like garbage. So I saw that, and I'm like, right away, why are you in Cabo the week before the big game?
And you
know what's funny?
But I'm business before pleasure.
Right, you have 6 months to do this. You have 6 months to do this after February
to win a fucking game.
Right, exactly.
I don't care who I'm playing against. I can be playing against the Browns. Maybe I won't practice against the Browns, but
training camp dummies.
But I'm practicing because I'm coming in to beat you. I'm not coming in to win by close. I want to beat you because I want to go to the Super Bowl.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, look.
But I'm gonna take this chick that I can take 365 days out of the year to Cabo.
Right. I mean, look. If you want to be
back
fair
to number
here,
13.
Okay, go ahead.
He then had a conference afterwards saying that the picture, that him being there had nothing to do with his lack of catching. What the fuck else could it have been? What else could it have been?
Lack of preparation due to the fact
due
that you're
to you
bite,
being partying and gangbanging with other shirtless niggas on a boat.
Oh boy, gangbanging. That's funny.
That's what the kids call it these days.
Okay, that's a new word.
Look at all of the targets. Majority of Eli's targets were on Odell.
On point.
Was
to
on
him.
Odell to him. I think maybe
there was one. There was at least one in the end zone.
Maybe one was a little bit too deep for him.
There was ones that he was hitting him right in between the numbers, right in between the 1 and the 3.
You let it slip out of your fucking hand. Many times.
That's it. So it's lack of preparation.
There was one guy. There was one guy who was in there who ran into the. No, not Sterling Shepard. He made a touchdown. No, Cruz. I'll talk about Cruz because Cruz pissed me off.
Yeah.
I think it was Ty. I think Ty made the touchdown.
Okay, Will Ty?
I think he made the touchdown. He wasn't on that boat.
Isn't that funny?
Only fucking person that made the touchdown wasn't on the fucking boat. What was he probably doing? Practicing. Victor Cruz, a veteran in there, right? Got his ring.
Okay.
either he doesn't give a fuck about Odell. Shit, I said his name. Number 13.
Okay.
Or he doesn't care.
Who doesn't
because
care?
If I'm the vet,
Wait, say that Cruz doesn't care?
Yes. Because if I'm the vet of this team, a vet wide receiver, I'm going to say, we're not doing this. We need to go practice.
Well, look, I mean, this comes also on the superstar. Odell Beckham's not a baby. I mean, he might act like one, but he's not.
I'm tired of the fucking shenanigans.
But hold on now, because Chris Carter, he said that he spoke with Odell Beckham, whatever it was, like a couple of months ago. And I think this was after he punched the field goal net, right? Do you remember that earlier this year? And so
then
Chris Carter
fucking kissed the field goal net.
Chris Carter.
Game. Then he proposed to the
Well, hold on. So Chris Carter asked him. He says, "You know, you say you want to be the greatest of all time." He says, "Do you want to go down in history as the Jerry Rice of the game? Like, you know, like you gave it your all. You were a champ. This and that, right? Or do you want to go down as like a Terrell Owens or like a Chad Johnson, guy who had a lot of talent but blew it because he couldn't control himself." Right, he had a piss poor attitude, and like, how do you want to go down? So he says he wants to be the Jerry Rice. He wants to be the best of all time, but you don't see the best of all time on boats the week before the playoff games.
And this is where I come back to say that New York needs to because he's up for his contract signing, I think, after the season.
Not Beckham. Beckham's still on a rookie deal, I think.
No, after I think they either sign. They need to figure out how much they're paying him. They're not paying him.
I'm sure it'll be top money.
No. He's not allowed to get top money. You don't capitalize on the field. You're not making plays on the field.
I mean,
your attitude outside the field sucks ass. So, I'm sick of the fucking field goal shit. I'm sick of you fucking punching your head through the fucking wall or whatever it was.
That was funny. He punched a hole through the wall.
I'm sick of you banging your head to the locker room door. I'm fucking tired of the fucking haircut. You know, I'm sick and tired of these kids walking around here with this haircut.
But you know what? Listen to this.
And a Head and Shoulders commercial.
So that I knew that he was like banging his head like into the wall, and that made me think like, whoa, like what's wrong with this guy, right? So then the other day, he punched a hole through the wall in Lambeau outside the visitors' locker room. So now the Packers are like looking to the Giants. They're like, there's a hole in our wall, and we need somebody to pay for it. So they're probably sitting there thinking, like, let the fucking Mexicans pay for it. Why do we got to pay for it?
I don't appreciate your joke on Mexicans, Michael. I don't think the Mexicans listening to this show appreciate your joke either. Shout out to all my vatos. Did you see the meme with Aaron Rodgers in the hole in the wall?
Oh, yeah. State Farm won't cover this. They've been making a lot of jokes about that.
They're not going to get rid of number 13, obviously.
It's down the road. At the end of the day...
Even though I think they should.
I think he's a little cuckoo.
I think they should get rid of him.
But he's young. He doesn't have playoff experience. I mean, now he does, but... So, I mean, he's still trying to get the hang of how things go after December.
Speaking of playoff experience, this week, my team plays. Gonna be easy. It's gonna be very easy. Their Texans defense is not that bad though.
No, they have Clowney. Clowney had a very good week.
So they have defense. So it's gonna be a game.
Right. So I also kind of want to take this time to point out that I was 4-0 last week. I said all the division leaders would beat all the wild cards, and so far that happened. You had Green Bay beating New York. I mean, that wasn't. Let's be fair here. That's not an accomplishment.
Yeah,
I mean, that wasn't. I said Texans over Raiders, and I didn't think it would be that big of a blowout.
The score was, surprising.
Connor Cook really wasn't. He showed that he was third string.
So what do you think this weekend? Obviously, Pats are winning.
All right, let's think. So who do we have? First up, we have Seattle, Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I say Seattle.
Atlanta.
I say only because their defense has been stepping up, but Atlanta's weird in the playoffs. They have great regular season, but they get weird in the playoffs.
I don't know why. I don't know if it's jitters or what it is.
I mean, Matt Ryan's very good. MVP
okay, so we say Pats.
Season.
We both agree on Pats. Yes.
No, yeah.
You're just a fucking hater.
Of course, yeah.
So we both agree on Pats.
Hold on, wait. Can I just ask you a question?
Yes.
We can go.
Yeah.
But like, quick question.
Yes.
I'm thinking how to word this.
Did you just forget your fucking question?
No, I remember my question. What's the excuse going to be if the Patriots, for some unforeseen reason, lose to the Texans? What's the excuse?
The same way I tore into the fucking Giants, I'll tear into the Patriots.
You're not going to go all conspiracy, John?
No.
Okay, all right.
Although I do believe...
Mark it down.
We got this on audio.
Although I do believe Roger Goodell wants to secretly kill Tom Brady.
He's going to put a hit out.
He's going to fucking put a hit out on him.
All right, so next game... Who do we have? I'm just trying to think. Before the Cowboys, the Chiefs and the Steelers.
That's gonna be a fucking good one, though.
That's gonna be a good game.
I
think so. We'll see. I think everything but the Patriots game will be a good game.
Where are they playing? In Kansas or Pittsburgh?
In Kansas City.
Kansas might win, dog.
I would be more confident with saying Pittsburgh if Ben wasn't in a walking boot right now, but I would still have to go with Ben.
Kansas might win that one.
The Chiefs are weird. They're another weird team in the playoffs. They usually go one and done every year. So I say Pittsburgh only because of the experience.
All right, then I'm going to call Kansas.
All right, so you say Kansas. All right, what did you say with the Atlanta? You said Atlanta. You said
Kansas.
Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
we
the
both
only
agree
one
on
Patriots, right? And I disagree with the other two.
We disagree with the other two.
This is the best of the best.
The fucking Green Bay Packers.
Cowboys. Are you kidding me?
Packers.
In Dallas.
This
isn't in the tundra.
That's fine.
Okay.
I want to see
the team we already beat.
You're gonna have Aaron Rodgers against Dak. We're gonna see how this works.
Okay. Dak isn't number 13.
I understand, but this is playoffs. This is different. Okay. Who's been to playoffs? Aaron Rodgers or fucking Dak?
I think he has like one of the worst playoff records like of modern quarterbacks. Because think about it. I mean, he's gone to the playoffs like almost every year. And how often has he been to the Super Bowl? He's won one.
Yeah, but who do you want? Do you want the guy with the experience of losing and winning, or do you want the guy with no experience?
I hear what you're saying. I mean, but look, if you were to tell me at this point, like. If you were to tell me in August that the Cowboys would be in this position with the number 1 seed in the NFC hosting the Green Bay Packers in the divisional round, I would have told you were nuts.
Fucking lying, yeah.
Yeah. So, just like Dolphins fans, we're kind of just happy to be here. But we're here to beat the best.
Fucking Dolphins were so upset when they lost to the Steelers last week. I was actually thought you were going to fucking win?
Impossible.
No, that wasn't going to happen. I could have told you that.
Take down all the novelties in Target.
Yeah, so all the Target and Walmart and TJ Maxx stuff is going to go bye-bye after this week. But, all right, so I'm going to call... Actually, it's going to be a good game. Yeah. Honestly, I hate to say it. I think I'm going to go Green Bay.
You're not going to support your team?
I'm definitely gonna root for Dallas, but I know Dallas. I know Dallas. All right, so the only ones that we agree on are our teams. We both say Green Bay, we both say New England. But I said, just mark it down. I say Seattle, you say Atlanta. I say Pittsburgh, you say Kansas City.
Are we betting on this?
No, I learned my lesson from betting. $5 each. I'm not a betting man.
$5 each.
$5 each?
Yeah, $10.
I don't want to take all your money.
The pot is 10. I don't want to take your bill money, your phone bill money.
Oh my god, no, that's gas money.
Your gas money.
$1.29, Mr. Gas Money. Yeah. I'll get back to you on that.
Or 20. No, let's raise it. No, we should do 20. Yeah, we should do 20 for Super Bowl.
All right, can we play with Monopoly money?
No, mother. We played with Monopoly money in high school. I'm talking about now. We're both adults with jobs.
Mikey Funbucks.
So stupid.
All right, I don't know. No, I'm gonna have to say no.
No,
I'm very conservative. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, on the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll bet on the Super Bowl. I'm not betting for each game.
But you won't bet for this week? $5 each?
No, because it could come out even. What if we win 2 and lose 2?
No. On the ones that we disagree on.
Yeah, but that's okay. But that's 1 and 1.
Yeah.
So what if I win one game and you win the other? Then that cancels out.
We cancel out. But if
that's dumb. Then there's nothing to bet on.
But if I win both, then I fucking
then I win $10 and I get to go to McDonald's for the whole week.
I get to go to McDonald's dollar menu.
That's 3 days of McDonald's. Oh god.
The Burger King near me. Thank you by the way for giving me Burger King coupons. I appreciate it. But tragic news. No. Breaking news. Tragic news. The Burger King down the street from me is closed down. Construction. So I have to go all the way
out of my way 10 minutes to get my Burger
go to
King.
Okeechobee Boulevard near City, like before City Place.
Where is that? Well, Lake Worth?
No.
There's no Burger King near me. Yeah, there's no Burger King near me.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
West Palm.
Yeah, I'm so upset, dog. But hopefully we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this bet is. I'll monitor it.
Well, I'm just looking forward for my predictions, but
Viewers out there, comment. Let us know if you watch football. Let us know what you think. Who's winning? Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Please fucking share the fucking video. Video, right? Or,
don't say fucking in the same sentence that you use, please.
no, I'm imploring you.
Do a clap for each syllable.
Please, I'm imploring you to share our video to your friends, your family, your grandma. I don't care. Okay? Because we need help.
Yo, you're going to see us on like the ASPCA commercials with the dogs. These podcasters
have no 25 cents a day.
Just show Bruno with puppy eyes.
Yeah, man, but seriously, guys, like our stuff, comment, subscribe, let us know what we can do to improve. You can email us any questions or concerns at certainlycynicalpodcast@gmail.com. You can hit Mike up at Mike check _12. He thought that was cool and
still
cute.
do.
I'm giggling. Twitter, mine is at JTheDon718.
And then you don't spell it.
THA
JTHA
Urban
Don.
And then our CC Sound guy at the CC Sound guy. And let him know how great of a job he's doing, or poor of a job that he's doing. I hope everyone has a good week.
You messed up the audio for last week. Or the visual.
You messed up this podcast.
I'm saving it.
I make this podcast.
I hope everyone has a good week. This is the last week that we have Obama, because next week we have Trump.
The 20th.
Oh.
So we'll still have one more episode.
We have one more episode before Trump.
8 days.
Both me and John are going to get deported.
Yeah, in 2 weeks we'll be deported, and it will be the Trump era.
The Mike J era of CC.
Yeah. So, and as for video,
it's going to be very quiet.
Somewhere in February, we'll probably get the video up. We're just having difficulties, and we're poor. So,
bear with us.
That's it. Michael Kors.
John,
you want to say anything?
The Don? No, I think you pretty much covered it. You did a good job.
Well, I hope everyone has a good week, and peace. Thank you for listening.
All right. Peace out.